This week on Basketball Wives.
I'm the wrong one, mother. You ain't living like that, bitch. You do listen to yourself,
stop
Jackie.
yelling.
Listen
Stop yelling.
to yourself.
You're making a fool of yourself. You're making a fool of yourself.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Basketball Wives, Season 12, Episode 6. Let's get right into this. Alright, you guys, so we were off last week because of the BET Awards, but we are now back on our regular schedule with Basketball Wives, and this was a crazy, when I say crazy, y'all, I mean crazy episode, so let's get right into it. So we pick up right where we left off, episode 5, which was at Evelyn's birthday dinner. Shaunie says that Brandi has had a stink-ass attitude since they got there, and Chantel jumps in and she's like, oh yeah, she does. So Brandi snaps at Chantel, because she's just about had it with her. She says, stay out of it, stay in the child's place. So, of course, naturally, Chantel gets very irritated by this comment. She says, I'm not my mom, I'm going to check you. And Brandi says, well, I'm not your mom either. So they go back and forth and back. Don't son me. You can go to hell. No, you can go to hell. It was a lot. Jac'Eil does step in and she says, Brandi, let's not call people insults. Don't say the child thing to Chantel. Then here come Brittany. Yeah, your energy's been off. And then Evelyn adds on top of that, and she's like, yeah, ever since this morning, Brandi, your hands were all up on Shaunie's face when you were talking to her. Now, I don't know what's happening, y'all, because I usually don't care too much for Brandi. I don't necessarily dislike her, but I also have never liked her too much. She's just whatever. However, I didn't like that they were doing this to her, because it did feel like a bit of a pile-on. Like, why are y'all coming at her? And then Shaunie, she just sounds so dumb. Why are you even here? Okay, I know it's your show, but like, why? But yeah, so it was a lot. And Chantel, listen, she does sound very childish, so I'm gonna have to give it to Brandi. It was nice to see, though, that after things settled down a little bit, Brandi did apologize to Jac'Eil, to say I'm sorry, and they were okay. But, of course, this bothers Chantel. I'm starting to think that everything bothers Chantel. Chantel gets up and leaves, so Jac'Eil says, my baby is leaving, so I'm going to leave with her. But when she leaves, Chantel's like, no, you don't have to leave because I'm leaving. You can stay. Just don't bring Brandi around me. Okay. They finished the birthday dinner for Evelyn. Ty gave her some cool Air Forces, and that was it for the night. So it is now the next morning. We see everybody waking up. Ty and Ming were playing some basketball. I do like them on the show. Brandi's talking to her assistant, and then Jac'Eil calls Jennifer, the newlywed, to invite her to hang out today. Them and some of the girls. Jennifer's like, okay, yeah, sure. Jac'Eil will take half of the group with her so they can do some fun things, and then Chantel will take the other. Jac'Eil's group is going to be her, Brandi, Ming, Denise, and Jennifer. And to be honest, I'd rather be with that group, because can you imagine the other group having to be around Evelyn, Brittany, Chantel? No, thank you. They go to, Jac'Eil and them go to a place called Area 15, and the other group, they had some fun too. They went to this cool place in Vegas, and then they got strapped onto this zip line where they were kind of like hanging, like down and away, and then it was a long zip line, so they went all across through that street. It looked kind of scary but fun at the same time. And the other group, they go to this place where it's like a bar that kind of goes up, so you're having like drinks in the sky sort kind of thing. It was fun too. And Jac'Eil's going to keep the story moving. So Jac'Eil tells Jennifer about the dinner that they had last night, and how when they told Evelyn about the comments that Kristen's auntie made about her needing to go see a gynecologist, Evelyn then told them all about Jennifer having some STD or some infection or whatever the hell it was. And I gotta say, I love Jennifer's reaction. She says, okay, who's married and who's not? And I was like, you know what, Jennifer, I don't really like Christian. I think he's shady too, but I know that's right. You better let them know. Brandi talks about how yesterday she felt like, the heat was coming her way. For example, Shaunie telling her, oh, well, I would never let you wear that to my wedding. Denise then jumps in and she says, Brandi, but it did feel like you were doing a lot and you were coming for Chantel at the dinner table. And Ming agrees with that. And Brandi, now that she hears it back, she agrees that she was wrong and she wants to talk to Chantel later on about it and apologize. So in the meantime, the other girls, some of them are asking Evelyn about the comment about the infection that Jennifer had, and Evelyn's like, oh yeah, it was like a blowfish and whatnot, and then all of them are laughing. And then Evelyn's, she kind of instigates a little bit. She tells Chantel that she was very shocked that yesterday when Brandi said to Chantel stay in the child's place, she honestly thought that Jac'Eil was gonna flip the table because she's done that for much less, and that's what she personally would do for her daughter Shanice. Chantel says that she too was shocked. She thought her mom would have been on her side rather than Brandi's and checked her, and I'll give that to Chantel. That's fair. Maybe she did think I am her daughter and maybe she was expecting a little bit more, but at the same time, Chantel, you get mad over everything. So if Jac'Eil would have checked Brandi, what would you have said? Would you have been like, oh, well, don't fight for me, don't talk to me, don't talk for me? I don't know. And maybe Jac'Eil doesn't want to make it look like she's fighting all of Chantel's battles, since they are on a show as cast members and she is grown. So what do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. So it is now later and the whole group meets up at this restaurant, bar type of place. All of them are there, including Shaunie. Jennifer's not there yet, but she will make her entrance in a little bit. So they cheers for Evelyn and her birthday. They all talk about the activities that they did today. Jac'Eil then takes the opportunity to thank Denise and say that she's really proud of Denise because she says, you asked Brandi straight up, why did she direct her anger towards Chantel when she was talking to Shaunie? So then Brittany Renner jumps in and she's like, well, what was the response? So Brittany says, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have a conversation about an issue that I had with someone in front of the whole group. So I would really like to talk privately with Chantel. So Chantel's like, no, if you wanted to sun me in front of the whole group last night and talk about it, then you're going to have to talk about it in front of everybody now. So if you don't want to, then no. And listen, when you're trying to apologize, when you're trying to humble yourself and be the bigger person, but then you have the person coming at you with this type of energy, it makes you not even want to say anything. On the contrary, not only does it not make you want to apologize, it makes you even want to say F you to them. So Chantel says to Brandi, you did a lot at this trip. You came for me. You came for Ming. I don't take you seriously. You're the one acting like a child. Brandi's just okay. She doesn't really fight back or anything. She's just okay. Chantel keeps going though. She says, last night, why would you apologize to my mother? Brandi says, because I disrespected her daughter. So Chantel asks Jac'Eil, well, and did you accept the apology? And Jac'Eil says, listen, I feel like if I need to interject, then I will. Last night I interjected when I felt like I needed to. I'm not going to get in the middle of this because y'all are two grown women. Ty then tells Jac'Eil, if I could say this though, Chantel did tell us earlier that she does feel like you flipped off over smaller things, so she would have definitely expected you to have flipped off last night. Jac'Eil says, well, let's move on because this isn't ready to become about me and her. Then here comes Brittany. This is your daughter, yada, yada, yada. So Jac'Eil's like, I like you, I appreciate you, but I'm done with this right now. Find something else to talk about. And y'all know how Jac'Eil gets, especially when you got Brittany, getting involved and inserting herself and, throwing these little smart comments. So Brittany removes herself to go to the side. She takes Chantel with her, and Brittany is telling her that this is so triggering because she's had issues with her mother and she's shocked that Jac'Eil won't have her back. Brittany says, I don't like how she treats you. I don't like how she treats her daughter. So I have an issue. I do respect you, but I don't care whose mom she is. She's not acting like one. Little do they know, though, that back over there, Jac'Eil's actually praising Brittany for having her daughters back. So then, as this is all happening, Jennifer walks on in, as Evelyn is literally chewing her quesadilla, or whatever it was. Jennifer walks on in, she sits down, and then Jac'Eil makes reference to Evelyn and Jennifer's issue. And so Evelyn says, all I have to say is if you keep coming and knocking at my door, I'm walking through every time. And Jennifer's like, are you talking to me? because I live my life. I don't bother anyone. Evelyn then says that she's talking about the fake auntie who's threatening her. Jennifer is like, first of all, she's not a fake auntie. She defends her nephew, and I'm not going to have a conversation on her behalf. She can come and speak for herself. So Evelyn is like, that's fine. She can come. Let her. Y'all know Evelyn loves to act all tough. As she was saying this, I was sitting here thinking, I mean, let's bring the auntie in. I liked her last week when we saw her. So let's see what she's got. So Jennifer's like, okay, let me call her to come then. And it's funny because as she gets the phone, you can see how Evelyn is like a little nervous, thinking that Jennifer's actually going to do it. So as this is happening, Brittany and Chantel make their way back to the group. Jackie says, Brittany, I want to thank you for having my daughters back. But Brittany has an attitude. She's not responding. She's not saying anything. So Jackie says, are we mad? Because if we are, say it while we're here. Because you do talk a lot, so go ahead and say it. So then Brittany says, listen, there isn't going to be too many more times of you putting your hands in my space. I respect your space. Jackie says, I thanked you for having Chantel's back, but I was not putting my hands in your face in an aggressive manner, because what I will do is that I will grab you by the freaking neck and raw dag your ass. I'm not going to do that though, but you're not going to threaten me either. So as Jackie is saying this, Chantel is sitting here yelling, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you saying this? So Jackie's like, stay out of it. And then Brittany says to Jackie, how many drinks have you had? Jackie says, this is water, baby. How many drinks have you had under your hijab? So this is where things turn to a whole other degree. Brittany says, stop drinking. And Chantel, on her end, she won't shut up either. She's like, stop. And Jackie Christie is officially activated. Don't play with me. You better settle your ass down. I'm not the one, bitch. So Ty quickly assesses the situation and grabs Brittany to remove her. But Brittany, as she's getting removed, I always find it hilarious how on these reality shows, when somebody is getting, pulled back by a security person or whoever it is, all of a sudden they get more courage to start screaming at the other person. So here goes Brittany saying, you need to be a mother to your daughter. Ain't nobody scared of you. Chantel says to Jackie, you're going to turn up on her, but let this other bitch call me names? She was talking about Brandi. But again, Brittany is screaming at the top of her lungs, you're the only weirdo here. The only person that's weird here is you, bitch. Not taking up for your daughter when everybody here is head first behind their kid but you. So Jackie says, I don't have a problem with it, bitch. And y'all, she jumps from the booth she was sitting in to get ready to run up on her. And she's like, I'm the wrong one. But they held her back. Ty did a great job in breaking this up. But Brittany, with all that yelling, she sounded like a crazy ass person. Like, calm down. I thought you were all peaceful. Everyone seems to calm down. Brandi now all of a sudden is like Team Chantel. So she takes her somewhere to the corner and she's like, I'm sorry, Chantel, I'm sorry. And Chantel is crying and she says that she needs to call her dad. And she says to Brandi, keep her away from me. Keep her away from me. I'm scared of her. She then brings up what she's going through. She's going through court. She's going to have to go to court soon with her child's father. It was a lot. I did think it was sweet, though, that and very sincere to see Jennifer try and tell Jackie not to fight her daughter because she lost her mom, so she doesn't want to see this. I don't think anybody wants to see this, to be honest. Shaunie and Evelyn then go console Chantel, and they tell her that her mom wants to talk to her. So Jackie goes to sit down with Chantel, and she says, what is wrong with you? And then Chantel says, what's wrong with you? And Jackie says, if something has to do with me and Brittany, it has nothing to do with you. You and I have no problem. And Chantel says, Mom, I'm not taking you seriously right now, and I think you're delusional. And Jackie says, you had an argument with Brandi, y'all handle it. Then I had a back and forth with Brittany, and y'all wanted to go over there, talk about me, and then come back. So I'm just letting you know to stand down. I love you, and we're good. Chantel says, no, we're not good. And I don't want to do this in your space, but we're not good. So they're going back and forth and back. It's kind of hard to watch. And Chantel says, I'm going to call my dad, and this is going to get very ugly if I do. And Jac'Eil says, what you're not going to do is you're not going to call my husband. So Chantel's like, are you kidding me? That's my biological father. So they are just screaming the craziest things to each other. I'm not going to do this in front of these people. Are you dumb? Are you high? It was bad, y'all. And that was the end of the episode. Listen, y'all, I said this from day one. I did not want to see Chantel in this show because I love some good drama. I love a good fight. I love a good argument, but nobody wants to see no mother and daughter be fighting on a platform like this. Not at all. Absolutely not. And listen, even though I love Jac'Eil and I'm always going to be Team Jac'Eil, could Chantel maybe have some experiences that we don't know? Absolutely she could. But at the same time, Chantel to sit up here and be like, I'm scared of being around her when you willingly chose to come on her place of work? Like, are we serious right now? You guys, please let me know your thoughts. Brittney Renner needs to pipe down, always doing the most and acting all crazy when it had nothing to do with her. I'm Team Jac'Eil, y'all. But y'all let me know what your thoughts were about this crazy episode. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.